Welcome to our deep dive into the fascinating world of lunar eclipses. You know, those cosmic events that have captivated humanity for millennia? We're talking about the moon, our celestial neighbor, draped in an eerie reddish glow. In the next 10 minutes, we'll explore everything you need to know about this celestial phenomenon, from the basic mechanics to the cultural myths they've inspired. So buckle up, space cadets. It's going to be a cosmic ride. So what exactly is a lunar eclipse? In simplest terms, it's like Earth's shadow photobombing the moon. Imagine this: the sun, a giant cosmic spotlight shining on both Earth and the moon. As Earth orbits the sun, it sometimes moves directly between the sun and the moon. When this happens, Earth casts a shadow, and you guessed it, that shadow falls on the moon. And voila, you got yourself a lunar eclipse. It's a celestial game of shadow puppets on a cosmic scale. Now let's talk celestial alignment. The universe is a vast and intricate dance of celestial bodies, each moving in its own path. Among these fascinating phenomena is the lunar eclipse, a spectacular event that captures the imagination of sky watchers around the world. For a lunar eclipse to occur, we need the sun, Earth, and the moon to be in a nearly perfect straight line. This alignment is crucial because it allows Earth to cast its shadow on the moon, creating the eclipse. Think of it like this: Earth is the referee standing directly between the sun, our offensive player, and the moon, our defensive player. Just as a referee can block a pass, Earth blocks the sunlight from reaching the moon. When they're all lined up, Earth blocks the sun's light from reaching the moon. This shadow creates the dramatic visual effect we see during a lunar eclipse, where the moon can appear to turn a deep red or coppery color. This doesn't happen every month because the moon's orbit is slightly tilted compared to the Earth's orbit around the sun. This tilt means that the moon often passes above or below Earth's shadow, missing it entirely. It's like the moon is running a slightly different play on the cosmic football field. Only when the moon's path intersects with Earth's shadow do we get to witness the awe-inspiring event of a lunar eclipse. Now, you might be wondering, how long does this cosmic shadow show last? Well, it's not a quick blink and you'll miss it kind of event. A total lunar eclipse, where the moon is completely covered by Earth's shadow, can last for over an hour. That's right, over an hour of the moon bathed in an eerie reddish glow. Partial lunar eclipses, where only part of the moon is in shadow, can be shorter, but still a spectacular sight to behold. Chapter 4. Here's a lunar riddle for you. During what phase of the moon does a lunar eclipse occur? If you guessed full moon, you're absolutely right. Remember, for a lunar eclipse to happen, we need the Earth to be directly between the sun and the moon. And that perfect alignment only happens when the moon is on the opposite side of the Earth from the sun, fully illuminated and looking like a celestial disco ball. Chapter 5. Now you might be thinking, if these lunar eclipses are so dependent on celestial alignment, how often do they actually happen? Well, they're not exactly everyday occurrences, but they're not as rare as you might think. On average, we get about 2 to 4 lunar eclipses every year. That's right, 2 to 4 chances to witness this cosmic shadow play. Of course, not all of these eclipses are visible from every location on Earth. Chapter 6. Now let's bring things a little closer to home. For all our viewers in Turkey, you might be curious about the history of lunar eclipses in your region. Turkey, with its rich history and culture, has undoubtedly witnessed countless lunar eclipses over the centuries. From the ancient ruins of Ephesus to the majestic landscapes of Cappadocia, the moon has always played a significant role in Turkish history and mythology. While I don't have the exact statistics, I can tell you that ancient civilizations in the region, like the Hittites and the Lydians, were keen observers of the night sky. They meticulously recorded celestial events, including lunar eclipses, in their manuscripts and stone carvings. They likely recorded these celestial events, attributing them to the whims of the gods, or using them to predict the future. These records have provided modern astronomers with invaluable insights into the astronomical knowledge and practices of ancient Turkey. The fascination with lunar eclipses continues to this day, with modern observatories and amateur astronomers eagerly awaiting each occurrence. So, If we get a full moon every month, why don't we get a lunar eclipse every month? Well, remember that tilted orbit I mentioned earlier? That slight tilt means that most of the time the moon passes above or below Earth's shadow. It's like the moon is dodging Earth's cosmic shadow puppet show. But every now and then everything lines up just right and we get treated to this celestial spectacle. Now, let's break down a lunar eclipse into its different acts. A lunar eclipse is a fascinating celestial event that occurs when the Earth comes between the Sun and the Moon, casting a shadow on the Moon. This shadowing happens in distinct phases, each with its own unique characteristics and visual splendor. First, we have the penumbral eclipse, where the Moon enters the outer part of Earth's shadow, the penumbra. During this phase, the shadow is faint and often goes unnoticed by casual observers. The moon's light dims slightly, creating a subtle shading effect that can be difficult to detect without careful observation. This phase is subtle, like a dimming of the moon's light. It's a gentle introduction to the eclipse, setting the stage for the more dramatic phases to come. The penumbral phase can last for a couple of hours, gradually leading into the next stage. Then comes the partial eclipse, where part of the moon moves into the umbra, Earth's darker inner shadow. This is when the eclipse becomes more noticeable, as a distinct dark shadow begins to creep across the moon's surface. This is where things start to get dramatic, with a visible bite taken out of the moon. The contrast between the illuminated and shadowed portions of the moon creates a striking visual effect, captivating sky watchers. Finally, we reach totality, where the moon is fully engulfed in Earth's umbra, bathed in that eerie reddish glow. This phase, often referred to as the blood moon, occurs because the Earth's atmosphere bends and filters sunlight, casting a red hue on the moon. Totality can last for over an hour, offering a breathtaking spectacle that has fascinated humans for millennia. Speaking of totality, did you know there are actually different types of lunar eclipses? We've got total lunar eclipses where the entire moon is in Earth's umbra. Then there are partial lunar eclipses where only a portion of the moon is shadowed. And let's not forget about penumbral lunar eclipses where the moon only passes through Earth's fainter outer shadow. Each type offers a unique celestial spectacle. Chapter 10. What are the effects of a lunar eclipse? Now you might be wondering, do lunar eclipses have any physical effects on Earth? Well, unlike solar eclipses, lunar eclipses are perfectly safe to view with the naked eye. They don't cause any gravitational anomalies or disrupt our tides. However, they've certainly had a profound impact on human culture and mythology throughout history. Chapter 11. How to watch a lunar eclipse. So, you want to witness this celestial spectacle for yourself? Well, unlike solar eclipses, you don't need any special equipment to view a lunar eclipse. Just find a spot with a clear view of the night sky, grab a blanket and some snacks, and prepare to be amazed. If you want to enhance your viewing experience, a pair of binoculars or a telescope can bring out the details of the moon's surface. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if it's cloudy on the night of the eclipse? Don't despair, my friends. Thanks to the power of the internet, you can still catch a glimpse of this celestial event. Many observatories and astronomy websites live stream lunar eclipses, offering stunning views from around the world. It's like having a front row seat to the cosmic shadow show, no matter the weather. Throughout history, lunar eclipses have been blamed for all sorts of calamities, from natural disasters to the downfall of empires. But let's be clear, these are just myths and superstitions. Lunar eclipses are perfectly natural events, governed by the laws of physics. They don't cause earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, or any other earthly misfortunes. So, the next time you hear someone blaming a lunar eclipse for a spilled cup of coffee, you can confidently tell them it's just not scientifically accurate. Now, let's address a persistent myth. Do lunar eclipses trigger earthquakes? The short answer is no. Earthquakes are caused by the movement of tectonic plates beneath Earth's surface, while lunar eclipses are simply a matter of celestial alignment. There's no scientific evidence to suggest any connection between the two, so rest assured, the next time you witness a lunar eclipse, you don't have to worry about the ground shaking beneath your feet. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the wonders of lunar eclipses. We've explored the science behind these celestial events, debunked some myths, and hopefully sparked your curiosity about the cosmos. Remember, lunar eclipses are a reminder of the intricate dance of celestial objects, a cosmic ballet that's been going on for billions of years. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating content.